Hi, fixed signs. I hope that you're doing fantastic. Thanks for joining for your 48-hour readings from the 8th through the 10th. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, welcome back. If you're not, if you are new, I could come across religious at times, but I'm not. I'm just very spiritual. I do use the living language, which is a part of my heritage. And so anyway, I like to say that for personal reasons, but welcome. I did the 72-hour element readings yesterday. Those can be found below, along with the last, set of those that were prior to that. And these 48-hour readings for you Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aries, Aquarius, maybe you're dealing with the Aries, can also be found, those previous videos can also be found down below as well. They ended yesterday, but I keep them up for you all. So, all right, so let's get in here and see what the divine wants you to know. I'm just pulling cards so you guys figure out where these pieces go and go from there. Thank you, sweet divine, for clear, defined messages. I bind, block, and rebuke all negative forces, and I ask for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth of your wisdom to come forth. This could be past energy, present energy, or something that comes out. If you've been, asking the divine, what I need to do, and, if you go a certain way, it can, direct you. Or you're looking at something, how something could, turn out. So let me move these cards. I don't have very much space here. So we have the noon coming out for you all. This is about family stuff. This goes back to your children. Okay, it's a watery energy. It represents a river. It represents eternity. So we're dealing with death situations as well. Inheritance situations with that, being faithful, being delivered, having some type of salvation to some type of a situation. Maybe you felt like your, back was up against the wall. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then here comes, something beautiful to deliver you from that situation. So that's positive energy. This is about resting. Okay, just having rest on the inside and having peace, being an heir to a kingdom. It also goes back to fish. So, maybe something happened at a time in the summertime, or, a few years back, or something when you're a child, where fishing or lakes or camping or something like that is connected to this energy. This energy is also represents for you Jubilee. And in the Hebrew culture, after 50 years, the prisoners, per se, were released and set free, and everything, would come back to them after that time. So some of you all may be getting, this says inheritances and stuff like that. Maybe you've been through some type of trial, and now something's going to come back to you after, you've lost it, or, whatever the situation has been for you. There's some type of salvation here. It's also about being faithful. It is a 14, and that would take us to the Temperance card for reconciliation. This will go back to family stuff. This is also a 5, which is a change, which is grace, which is Hierophant energies that also take you back to family and partnerships and organization and governments, and it's huge. Okay, so something's huge for a lot of you all. And so let's take a look and see what type of word messages will come out on this for you all. What do the fixed signs need to know for the next 48 hours from the 8th through the 10th? Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. Need a couple of cards, please, divine. Let me cut these. So we got, it is, or it was a setup. So something was a setup. Now that can be positive or negative. You could be playing, jokes with your, friends as well, and set somebody up for maybe, like, I'm thinking party and stuff like that. But, for those of you who are dealing with law issues and stuff like that, and you've been going to court for whatever, if we're talking, inheritances and death issues and stuff like that. I mean, that can that can go to all kinds of different things as a setup. I see you in my dreams. And self-enslavement energy is coming out here. And then I want to take a couple from this other pile here that I have. Okay, well, at the bottom of the deck, and the Divine just allowed me to see this, it says that there was an injustice and they're going to jail. Okay, so something was a setup, and there was an injustice. That card has come up a couple of times on the last few sets of readings that I've done, either for the 48-hour readings or the element sign readings for the 72 hours. So obviously some of you all are dealing and needing deliverance from something. Okay, so something huge. And the self-enslavement card would go back to the 8 of Swords anyway, and that is an incarceration card. We'll see what comes up in the tarot as well. We have, I talk about you all the time. So somebody's having some kind of dreams about somebody, and it says, how can you miss it? It's right in front of your face. Okay, and then I'm going to take one from the top. And playtime is needed. Okay, well, that said rest on that card there. There's a change happening for someone. So if you've been going through legalities and court trials and stuff like that, well, then there's deliverance energy out here for you. If you're standing in your upright, the Divine knows, you know, how to put a judgment on something. Okay. Please go watch the mutable sign reading, because the sun is there right now, and we had a lot of court stuff come out on that energy, and death energies with the number vibration of the 20, which is judgment, which is death, the Pluto energy itself. But we've got the 4 of Swords coming out, and we've got a picture of somebody that looks like, you know, they're in a funeral or they're died. But this is also resting after a broken heart, and one of the words on this noon is resting, getting downloads. Okay, we do have the World card showing itself at the bottom of the deck. So something is coming to completion. It's about integrity. So if you went, we saw the 3 of Swords in the mutable sign reading, the 4 of Swords is showing up here for you all. Okay, so being able to pass some type of test and rest, or whatever the situation has been, playtime is needed. Somebody's literally either overworked or tired, and really been through the ringer here, obviously, for some of you all. Something's been right in front of somebody's face, and somebody's saying, how can you miss it? Okay, and somebody's really been in some self-enslavement energy. Let's take some more cards here. Okay, so there's the incarceration card itself. At the same time, it's somebody redirecting their energy. Okay, this is self-enslavement card, so it's coming out twice. Something was a setup, and somebody's been really depressed as well. We've got the King of Cups coming out here. Somebody's very much in love, okay, and very much controlled, and at the same time, that is under investigative stuff as well going on. Checking out something that was unjust and was a setup, okay, and somebody's talking about the situation or a person or the, you know, their love a lot. We have the Emperor show up. Now let me tell you, in the mutable sign reading, we had the head, the man, the boss, the chief come up, the boss coming up here. Okay, there's been war, obviously, family rivalry, heartbreak. I mean, we've got the Emperor showing up, and he gets up and gives aid to those who need rest. Okay, so somebody's had a real bad injustice done to them, and there's definitely integrity, though, being shown here on this table with the World card. Let's take some after tarot. So definitely somebody going to jail, because it's showing itself. Got headship involved. For those of you who all are dealing with legal matters. There's salvation here for some people. We even have somebody, I see you in my dreams. Because somebody's very much in love. Those of you who are not dealing with legal issues. Somebody's really in their head and seeing people in their dream, whoever your emperor is, okay? Or you're the emperor dreaming about somebody. And this person's very much a person of integrity with the World card here. And somebody just been in their head about the love itself with the King of Cups here for some of you all. What else do you want to bring out for the fixed signs? Love wars. Love wars. Family wars. Collaboration card came out in the mutable sign reading in the future. So this just corresponding with that. Somebody's going to be getting some type of teamwork on some type of a situation where love and legal matters are concerned. Something's wrapping up here. But the moon, and the moon was underneath the sun in the mutable sign reading out of the other deck that I'm using here. So this is lies and deception, and also, you know, we're fixing to have the full moon on the 9th, and if you're catching this video on the 10th, then something obviously ended, okay, because we're at an end of a cycle with that as well, and then we're getting the World card also showing an end of a cycle, okay. But there are lies and deception showing itself here in a very big way in jail, and the boss, and a husband, or somebody in high-ranking authority, okay? And there's deliverance here, there's peace here, there's resting here taking place in the next 48 hours for you all. We have the Queen of Wands coming up here. Now, the Queen of Wands in the upright, and this is in the future. She's going to get up and be a spiritual leader, and she's honorable, and she's got the truth within her. She's not afraid to take action, okay? So just like the Emperor, they've got all 4 kings and queens within them. So if this is a part of the Empress, she's sitting there in her, you know, place of position there, and taking action. She's actually looking right on over at this moon, knows about the deception, and those Queens of Wands that are involved in the negative part of this setup, or whatever, this enslavement of whatever's taken place. They're, you know, these people cause a ruckus, obviously, and there's someone got burned somewhere in situation, and this Queen of Wands looking right on over at that moon, like I said, with knowledge, because those who are in the upright would know by way of the spirit. There's also there's a tower at the bottom of the deck. There's a tower at the bottom of the deck. Also, what I'm seeing here is there's some real deceptive collaboration going on as well in the future. This is deception, this collaboration, and in the negative, this would be somebody's collaborating to try to do something at this, because it says that it is or it was a setup. And so some people in the next 48 hours trying to still, you know, be in their mind to set somebody up, then that energy is definitely showing itself here, okay? But there's an injustice and they're going to jail. So those of you who have had some type of intuitive something going off on the inside of you where family is concerned or your work is concerned, just be rest assured that the heavens are involved in this. We've got the Emperor, and Saturn energy also represents the boss. So we got both bosses out here. And Saturn energy is the hard taskmaster and is the Lord of Karma, and will pay back whatever's happening here, okay? So I just want to go ahead and give this another shuffle because I want one more card on this future. A decision, decisions, and collaboration. There's also insecurity here as well. And I'm also seeing people making decisions to walk away and to try to ground themselves. Other people are walking away and taking a vacation or getting out of here or doing something. Playtime is needed for some of you all. Some of you all where this is past energy and they're going to jail, you're going to be able to celebrate. There's a brand new beginning, a brand new contract here. Something real physical. There's romance here in the future with the King of Cups and the Moon and the upright being righteous and upright. And that's romantic energy. There's faithfulness here. There's salvation here with this noon. Okay, there's emotional stuff going on, but this is actually positive. I'm going to take a rune for you all. For your last message. Oh, goodness. I got 3 runes for you all. Okay, well, the second letter of the runic alphabet came out in the mutable sign reading, and that's the U, but it looks like an N. Okay, our second letter is the B, so the B, the N, and the U. Okay, connection there. We also have the O, which would take us to actually this is the O, but it's the 23rd letter of the runes, and this is about ownership and assets and things like that. That would take you to, in our alphabet, that'd take you to Saturn energy and the devil energy, because that's the 15th high arcana. Okay, we also have so the F, the O, and the X would be equivalent to our O. This is the 23rd letter, and that would be the what is the 23rd letter? I just went blank here. The W, the N, and the E, but we're also getting the N shape out here with the U and the B. Keep up with all those. And then we have the I, which is also an R. Okay, and so that's ice, that's dead stuff, that's Pluto energy here. So let me get this real quick, and I'll just read these. So any of those connections, and then we already had the N vibration come out here with the noon. So the O here, where's it at? Sorry guys, one moment please, is ownership. So that's marriages. Okay, the devil energy represents soulmates, toxic karmic soulmates that we've been talking about on this channel, and divorces and family members that you and I don't have any say in who is in our family, and people prove who they are by what they do, and people set up people, then they're part of the devil energy. Okay, so enough said. This is about homes and assets, inheritances, and that's also what the noon represents as well. Tradition, that's Hierophant energies. Learning from the past, and also good luck with that energy, that's positive. And then we have the ice coming out here, which is about being calm and reflection, having reflection, victory over obstacles, beautiful, habits and vices and expectations to be controlled, and that's what the Emperor's doing here, controlling something, ending something. The World card's here. Okay, there's big time karmic stuff out here. And resistance. Well, if you don't resist the devil, he ain't going to flee from you. You're going to get caught up in some stuff because somebody's going to jail for some of you all in those situations. And, if you're not going to physical jail, there's people out here literally in their mind, entrapment in their mind in jail. Okay, so that's a, mental incarceration energy that's surrounding somebody as well. And then we've got the Urus, and that's freedom and power and frenzy and passion, conquest, progress, courage, and a risk of failure for those who exaggerate. So if you're going up, if you are, obviously somebody's going to jail and there's going to be a court case, and you exaggerate while you're up there on the stand, it's going to be your failure. Okay, and you need to be in integrity, obviously, because it'll never pay off. I don't know why people get mixed up in stuff and think that they're going to get away with it, because we don't get away with anything. But there is deliverance here as well. And if you are dealing with somebody in the past that this is like way past energy and they already served their time in jail, then there's and they're part of uprightness and they've come awake and they're a person of integrity, then we have deliverance here, okay? Because I can be talking to anybody for that matter, because there's a release going on. All kinds of stuff out here. Like I said, and in the future, there's some collaboration going on in secret. And it's deceptive, but we also have people making a choice, and some people are going to walk away from that, which that's positive. If the truth is in you, you'll do the upright thing, and there'll be a brand new beginning for you. Okay? And it'll be a solid pentacle to put in the ground in a very physical way so that you can grow there. Okay? And be rooted and stay. I'll let that be my last words. Until next time, shalom, y'all.